Special fans, host and creator Will Farrell here is when the fourth quarter buzzer sounds turn to us for your fifth quarter sports talk. Folks, we were talking about a trade Bulls fans have been waiting for the last few years when they made that mistake of keeping Zach Lavine and that core together 2 years ago to just keep getting into the play-in tournament year after year. Bulls front office is finally doing something right tonight. Folks, I got to say it. That trade that sent Luka Doncic last night, early this morning from Dallas to LeBron and the Los Angeles Lakers, shocking the NBA world and NBA fans of any team in this league. It really just opened the floodgates before the trade deadline here on the 6th coming up this week. And the Bulls are starting work. They were reportedly in talks with the Warriors about Lavine and Vooch. The Lakers have interest in Vooch. The Warriors have a big need at center. Other teams do now as well. And the Bulls made a big trade tonight. That big Zach Lavine contract, their top 10 protected draft situation concerns, tanking to a certain spot in the lottery and praying that they don't give up that pick to the Spurs in what's going to be a very talented, loaded, historic draft class this coming draft season later on this spring in the summer work and all that with the summer league after. This is a big trade for the Bulls. So let's break it down. Shams Charania, who's very well known breaking down trades on ESPN. This is courtesy of his tweet right here. And I'm going to share it right here so you guys can see the details. Hang on one second. And then we're going to talk about this trade. So, the San Antonio Spurs, it's a 3-team deal between the Spurs, the Kings, and the Bulls. The last time these 3 teams made a deal, it sent DeMar DeRozan to Sacramento. So, I hope DeMar DeRozan and Zach Lavine got along because Zach Lavine is now headed to the team that years ago, before the Bulls extended him to a franchise record-setting contract, over $200 million that he got at the time. The Bulls matched the offer that would have, had they not matched it, Lavine would have already been with the Kings years ago. But the Sacramento Kings will acquire Zach Lavine, City Sissoko, 3 first-round picks, a 2025 of Charlotte, a 2027 first-rounder belonging to San Antonio, and a 2031 first-round pick belonging to the Minnesota Timberwolves. They get 3 second-round picks, one that is Chicago's this year in the 2025 NBA draft, a 2028 pick that belongs to Denver, and they get their own Kings pick, second-round pick in 2028 back that they gave to the Bulls in the trade that sent DeMar DeRozan and Chris Duarte to Chicago. The Chicago Bulls are acquiring Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, so Trey Jones and Zach Collins coming from the San Antonio Spurs to the Windy City. Zach Collins, 27 years old. Trey Jones, not too old as well. Very young players that they could keep with this team. And this type of rebuild that the Bulls are starting, we don't know what it is, of course, right now. Could be a quick one, could be retool. We don't know. But this is good for the Bulls. Zach Collins could be that front court help you have and need to add more size, that type of stuff. His contract's not too bad. So what I'm also seeing as well, and this is the big one for me and for Bulls fans in the deal. So their pick was originally for this year's draft, top 10 protected to San Antonio. The rights to their pick come back to them from the Spurs. So the Bulls now have their 2025 pick this year in a loaded draft class that has Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, Liam McNeely, star point guard Nolan Traore out of France, Jaspars from U of I, and all these really talented players in the draft. The center out of Duke, Malach, and all these other really talented players at the top of this draft class. Trey Johnson even as well. The Bulls have a great spot. If they continue to make these trades, their pick will tank and tank. And hopefully they get some young players in these deals as well, because you can get all the draft picks you want, but you need to have young guys develop them. Folks, I'm excited about this trade. On a Sunday night, this is what Bulls fans need to see during trade deadline season this week. Going into tomorrow, it was going to be, we're worried about whether Vooch or, Lavine, or even, I don't want him traded, but P will maybe considered, but I hope he's not. But you never know. It's trade deadline season, so we'll wait and see what happens. But this is a great deal for Chicago. I really like the return they got because these players have contracts that you could move in other trades. Other teams are going to see it and say, hey, what if we had interest in that player if the Bulls aren't going to keep, Kevin Huerter or, Trey Jones or Zach Collins? They could flip those into draft picks and other young guys. So it's a domino effect, and it's going to be really interesting to see what the Bulls can do. But Arturas finally had a wake-up call and is getting it done. He did a good job in the draft in the offseason, getting Matas Buzelis, an Illinois native, out of the G League Ignite. He's doing really good. He did a good job keeping Kobe White, Ayo, getting Josh Giddey, another good young player for this team. There is excitement in Chicago, hopefully, with this trade. And I will be trying to get together a blog post of some kind this week. I'm going to decide whether it's just a single one on Lavine or a group one with all the trades. Probably maybe considering a trade deadline recap. I'll update you fans on social media what I plan to do, but there will be some type of post moving forward. And as usual, regular Facebook Lives throughout the week when a Bulls trade breaks down. So an exciting trade. If you're just tuning into this Facebook Live here on Will's Core Special, host and creator Will Farley with you on a Sunday night. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend, enjoying some college sports, enjoying the NFL Pro Bowl. But check out the Bulls stuff right now. De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin go to San Antonio. The Kings acquire former Chicago Bulls star Zach Lavine, who rejoins his former teammate DeMar DeRozan. City Sissoko, 3 first-round picks, 3 second-round picks. So 6 picks going to the Kings, 3 of them first-rounders. And it is the Chicago Bulls acquiring Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and the rights to keep their 2025 pick this year in a low draft class unprotected. When the fourth quarter buzzer sounds, turn to us for your fifth quarter sports talk. It's host and creator of Will's Core Special, Will Farlow, saying so long from this emergency Facebook Live of Will's Fifth Quarter Special.